Hey digital warrior, ever watched her name light up, only to feel your heart sink when there's nothing but silence? That moment between expectation and reality, it's like standing on the edge of a cliff, wind howling, unsure if you'll fall. When she pulls away, it can feel like you've lost your footing in an emotional storm. But what if you could forge your own anchor, an inner fortress of calm and clarity you carry with you? Over the next 5 chapters, we'll dive deep into our first mindset, realm of influence. You'll learn how to pinpoint exactly what you can control, your thoughts, your words, your actions, and expand that circle until external shifts hold no sway over your peace. No chasing after her attention, just a steady journey back to yourself. Realm of influence, your screen lights up. Her name glows and then nothing. Panic flares, every doubt demanding attention. But this is your first step. Map out what you truly command. Her mood, her replies, her heartbeat, they're beyond your reach. What lives inside your circle is your breath, your focus, your next choice. Close your eyes, inhale slowly, feel the ground beneath you. Ask, where am I pouring my energy? If it's into her silence, pull it back. Shift toward what you can nurture, maybe a text to a friend, a walk, or simply sitting in stillness. Each time you reclaim your attention, you build another stone in your inner fortress. Awareness alone isn't enough. Now you forge a habit. When her responses lag, you won't spiral, you'll anchor. Choose a daily ritual, 5 minutes of mindful breathing, jotting down 3 small wins, or stretching to welcome new blood into your brain. These aren't diversions from pain, but reinforcements of your domain. Every repetition strengthens your neural pathways toward calm, transforming reactive panic into practiced presence. With time, you'll sense the knot loosen each morning, not because her texts have changed, but because your center has grown. Words are the paint of your reality. Notice the narrative that floods your mind when she's distant. She's pulling away again, or I'm losing her. Catch those thoughts and reframe them. I'm practicing patience, or I'm focusing on what matters. Try keeping a brief journal. Record a doubtful thought, then rewrite it into a statement of agency. This exercise rewires your brain's default from fear to empowerment. Speak of possibility, not of powerlessness, and watch how your circle of influence stretches to embrace every breath you take. Boundaries aren't walls, they're guides that protect your peace. When she steps back, resist the urge to close every door. Instead, draw a clear line around your well-being. If scrolling social media fuels your anxiety, set a timer, 20 minutes, then off. If late-night overthinking keeps you awake, commit to journaling for 10 minutes, then lights out. These self-imposed guardrails aren't punishments, they're declarations. I value my calm. By enforcing them consistently, you graduate from reactive victim to proactive steward of your own mind. Now, integrate. As you go about your day, remind yourself, this moment is mine. Whether she replies or remains silent, you'll meet it with the same centeredness. Cultivate gratitude for your expanding domain. 3 times today, mentally note something you controlled well. A kind word, a calm breath, a boundary upheld. These acknowledgements weave resilience into your identity. Over time, you'll find that her behavior, once so volatile, barely ripples the sea of your peace. This is mastery of your realm of influence, an unshakable anchor amid any storm. By now, your inner circle has grown through focused habits and reframed language. Next, harness the power of selective attention. When her silence tugs at your mind, choose deliberately what you look at and listen to. Unfollow social feeds that stoke comparison, mute group chats that spiral into drama, and curate a playlist of calm or motivating tracks. Each digital choice redirects your mental spotlight away from anxiety and toward constructive fuel. You're not burying discomfort, you're choosing which sparks to feed and which to let die. Over time, this selective attention becomes instinctive. You glance at your phone and notice if it drains or uplifts you, then make your move. In this way, your realm of influence extends beyond thoughts into the very media you consume, anchoring you in agency rather than reaction. Finally, solidify your influence by embracing community accountability. Share your inner circle practices with a trusted friend. Describe your breathing ritual, your journaling prompts, or your gratitude list. Invite them to check in weekly and celebrate your wins, or gently call you out when you slip into old patterns. This external mirror reinforces your internal work, reminding you that influence isn't isolation. As you verbalize your commitments, you reinforce neural pathways and deepen resolve. You'll find that discussing your progress aloud makes it feel more real, and having someone cheer your small victories turns them into lasting momentum. Through this blend of self-discipline and supportive accountability, your realm of influence becomes a shared fortress rather than a lone keep. Embrace the tide. She drifts back just as the moon pulls the ocean. Inevitable, rhythmic. Your task: flow with these natural currents rather than swim upstream. When her attention wanes, lean into the moment's lessons. Maybe you feel loneliness. Acknowledge it. Perhaps uncertainty dawns. Sit with it. Each sensation is a wave cresting to teach you something: resilience, self-reliance, or compassion. Rather than bracing against the pull of absence, open yourself to what it's revealing. What hidden desires surface? Which fears flicker? By welcoming these undercurrents, you expand your emotional intelligence. Soon you'll greet each ebb, not with resistance, but with curiosity. An explorer charting new depths of your own psyche. Resistance only exhausts you, like fighting the swell of an incoming sea. Instead, practice yielding. When her messages pause, use that space to lean into a creative pursuit. Sketch, write a poem, compose a melody. These acts aren't distractions. They're your way of surfing the emotional swell. The focus shifts from what's missing to what's possible. As you channel the tide's energy into creation, you discover that absence can be fertile ground. You transform longing into inspiration. Your art becomes the proof that even in stillness, you're moving forward. Obstacles are hidden invitations. Her distance might feel like a blockade, but it's really a doorway. Ask yourself, what's this moment calling me to learn? Perhaps it's patience, waiting without demand. Maybe it's self-trust, knowing you'll be okay, regardless of her return. Or it could be empathy, seeing her struggle without taking it personally. Frame each lull in connection as a classroom, and you become both student and teacher. With every pause, you accumulate wisdom that no reunion can erase. Physical rituals can anchor you to the present when emotions surge like high water. Develop a simple practice. Hold a glass of water, feel its weight, notice its temperature, then drink with intention. Or step outside and press your feet into the earth, sensing every grain underfoot. These sensory anchors tether you to now, the only place real change can occur. Each time you return to the body, you quell the mind's whirlpool, letting the tide of emotion rise and fall without capsizing your composure. Reflection is the lighthouse guiding you through stormy seas. At the end of each day, ask yourself, where did I resist the tide? When did I flow effortlessly? Journal these insights for 5 minutes. No judgment, only observation. Over time, patterns emerge, triggers, breakthroughs, and growth points. This ongoing survey sharpens your self-awareness, so the next time she pulls away, you'll know precisely when to lean in and when to let go. You'll find that embracing the tide isn't a single act, but a lifelong dance, and you're learning every step. You've learned to welcome each emotional wave and channel it creatively. Now cultivate emotional agility by naming and tracking your moods. Keep a simple log of how you feel each time her messages pause. Note tension in your chest, restlessness in your mind, or unexpected calm. Over days, patterns will emerge, certain times of day, topics or triggers that amplify or soothe your response. With this map of your inner currents, you gain foresight. When you recognize the early crest of anxiety, you can engage your creative surfboard, perhaps a quick sketch or a 5-minute dance break before the wave breaks. This data-driven emotional agility turns reactive tides into predictable currents you learn to ride rather than resist. Deepen the tide's embrace by practicing active receiving. When her attention ebbs, open yourself fully to whatever arises, pain, relief, curiosity, without judgment. You might sit with the sensation for 30 seconds, noticing its shape and intensity. Then gently ask, what is this moment inviting me to learn or feel? Listen for insights, perhaps a buried hope, a fear of abandonment, or a spark of self-compassion. This mindful reception transforms every emotional swell into a message from your deeper self. Over time, you'll anticipate these waves not as threats, but as heralds of self-discovery, each one guiding you toward greater wholeness beneath the shifting surface. Echo of mortality. She wasn't always bound to stay. Every connection carries the possibility of change or end. This truth can sting, but it also sharpens your perspective. Imagine life as a fleeting melody, each note precious because it won't repeat. When her warmth cools, lean into the awareness that nothing lasts forever, not even discomfort. This principle isn't morbid, it's liberating. It urges you to cherish every interaction and to act with purpose now, rather than postponing your words or deeds. Let the echo of mortality sharpen your gratitude. Send that thoughtful message, share that genuine compliment. Invest in the present moment, instead of overanalyzing what might come next. By keeping the finitude of relationships in mind, you transform her distance from a source of dread into a call to action for authenticity and presence. Awareness of impermanence can sharpen your priorities. When her distance leaves you restless, ask, if today were my last chance to speak from the heart, what would I say? Perhaps you'd send a message of genuine appreciation, or reach out, not to demand clarity, but to offer kindness. This exercise isn't about dramatic declarations. It's about aligning your actions with the brief time you have. By imagining the fragile edge of each moment, you break free from fear of loss and instead act from purpose. In doing so, you honor both her and yourself, choosing authenticity over anxiety and presence over paralysis. Even routine moments carry weight when seen through the lens of impermanence. When she drifts back into your thoughts, pause and breathe. Remind yourself that every second you share is irreplaceable. Use this realization to deepen your attentiveness. Listen fully if you talk. Notice the nuances in her tone, appreciate even a brief reply. This heightened presence turns ordinary exchanges into meaningful connections. By honoring the transient nature of each moment, you sidestep the trap of endless what-ifs and embrace the richness of now. Grasp the power of a silent moment. When her messages pause, resist the urge to fill the void with more questions. Instead, lean into the quiet and let it remind you. Life's fragility makes every pause precious, not punishing. In that hush, practice intentional stillness. Close your eyes for a breath, feel your chest rise and fall, and honor the space between connection. This pause isn't emptiness. It's a canvas waiting for your mindful brushstrokes. Use it to cultivate calm rather than chaos, gratitude rather than grievance. Through this practice, you'll discover that the silence between her words can become a sanctuary, a place where presence, not panic, reigns in the echo of impermanence. Every gesture gains significance. When her response finally appears, however brief, treat it as a gift. Don't rush to fill the space with demands or doubts. Instead, acknowledge it. A simple "thank you for your message," or "I appreciate hearing from you," honors the moment and the connection. This gracious response honors the fleeting nature of our time together and reinforces your own sense of dignity. By responding with calm gratitude rather than anxious urgency, you transform each interaction into a testament of mindful living, cherishing what is, rather than lamenting what might be lost. Having sharpened your appreciation for fleeting moments, now harness that urgency to fuel purposeful goals. Identify one project, big or small, that matters deeply: a creative piece, a fitness milestone, a reconnection with a friend. Assign it daily micro-tasks you can accomplish even when her attention is scarce. Each completed step becomes a tribute to the finite time you have. As you chip away at meaningful goals, you'll find the sting of her silence softened by the satisfaction of forward motion. Mortality's echo no longer paralyzes you. It propels you into action that outlasts any single exchange. Finally, ritualize a daily gratitude toward impermanence. At sunset, name 3 things you encountered that will never recur in exactly the same way. Perhaps the way light hit your coffee cup, a brief laugh with a stranger, or the feel of a breeze. Let this practice anchor you in the unique beauty of the present, reminding you that each grain of sand in time is precious. By ritualizing gratitude for impermanence, you cultivate a lasting mindset. Rather than fearing loss, you lean into appreciation, transforming mortality's echo into a melody of presence. Vision of shadows. Imagine the worst-case scenario: her complete withdrawal, the silence stretching into days. Most recoil from that darkness. But Stoics invite you to step into it with open eyes. By pre-imagining these shadows, you desensitize their power. Close your eyes and picture her distance at its bleakest. No replies for a week. No explanation. Feel the discomfort rise, then breathe into it, observing rather than panicking. This mental rehearsal doesn't invite doom. It inoculates you against its sting. When real uncertainty arrives, your mind recognizes it as a familiar guest, not an uncharted terror. Instead of spiraling, you respond with grounded curiosity. What is happening, and how can I adapt? Vision of shadows transforms fear of the unknown into a practiced readiness. So when her attention dims, you meet it with steady resolve, rather than frantic anxiety. Now that you've stared fear in the face, let's deepen that practice by naming your anxieties. Write down the worst thoughts that surface. When you imagine her slipping away completely, she'll never reply. I'm not worth her time. this relationship is over. Seeing them on paper strips them of mysterious power. With each written line, ask, is this statement absolutely true? Probably not. By labeling and questioning these shadows, you shrink them from overwhelming phantoms into manageable challenges. You'll find that many fears lose their grip simply through the act of examination. With your fears laid bare and questioned, it's time to rehearse responses. For each anxious thought you named, she'll never reply. I'm not worth her time. Craft a calm, rational comeback. I have no evidence she's gone forever, or my value isn't defined by one person's attention. Speak these answers aloud whenever doubt creeps in. This practice builds a neural pathway from panic to poise, so when shadows lengthen, your mind flips to the prepared response instead of spiraling. Over time, your rehearsed comebacks become second nature, guiding you back into the light whenever fear tries to pull you under. Next, lean into controlled exposure. Set aside 2 minutes each morning to vividly imagine her silence in sensory detail. The empty screen, the weight of waiting in your chest. Hold that image just long enough to feel the edge of discomfort. Then shift your focus to your prepared responses. This deliberate brush with uncertainty, paired immediately with your reframed comebacks, trains your mind to tolerate discomfort and rebound swiftly. Just as muscles grow stronger under tension, your resilience deepens each time you practice this mental exposure. Finally, integrate the shadows into your narrative. Instead of viewing her distance as an external threat, frame it as a phase in your story, a chapter, not the epilogue. When doubt surfaces, remind yourself, this is part of my growth. Use a simple mantra like, I welcome the unknown as my teacher. Let this acknowledgement ground you, transforming shadows from ominous voids into signposts, guiding your next move. With this reframing, uncertainty becomes a catalyst rather than a crisis, and you walk forward with steady confidence. You've built resilience by rehearsing your fears and reframing them. Next, practice shadow journaling. Each evening, spend 5 minutes writing down any lingering doubts about her distance. Then, alongside each doubt, list a concrete action you can take if that fear materializes, sending a supportive note, engaging in a passion project, or seeking social connection. This pairing of fear with actionable steps weakens anxiety's grip by giving it a clear outlet. When the doubt arises in real time, you won't freeze, you'll move. Shadow journaling thus shifts your mind from rumination to resourcefulness. Finally, transform shadows into allies through fear to growth, reframing. For each major anxiety, I'll lose her forever. I'm not enough. Write a growth-oriented version. If I lose her, I'll have space to invest in new connections. Or this challenge reveals areas for self-growth. Read these reframes aloud whenever panic surfaces. Over time, your brain will link each shadow with its growth counterpart. Fear no longer signals danger alone. It becomes a prompt for personal evolution. In this way, vision of shadows doesn't eliminate darkness, but teaches you to dance with it. Horizon perspective. Step back and imagine your life as a vast landscape stretching toward the horizon. From ground level, focused solely on her silence, you see only the nearest rocks and obstacles, but from above, you gain an expansive view. This moment of distance is a small dip in a long path. Picture yourself 10 years from now. Will today's worry register more than a footnote? Probably not. By shifting your viewpoint to the broad expanse of your journey, you dissolve the intensity of present fears. Practice this by closing your eyes, breathing deeply, and mentally zooming out until you see your past victories, future aspirations, and the winding road in between. In that wide-angle view, Her distance loses its power to unmoor you, becoming just one passing scene in the grand panorama of your life. Now, anchor that wide view into daily life. Each morning, take 30 seconds to visualize your week, your year, your decade. Chart the peaks you aim for and the valleys you'll likely cross. When her response falters, recall that long-term vision, your career goals, friendships, and personal growth are waiting beyond this hiccup. This practice isn't escapism, it's orientation. It reminds you that your life's value doesn't hinge on any single interaction. As you map your broader terrain, small setbacks become navigable dips rather than impassable chasms. With your horizon in sight, you reclaim agency over the narrative, steering steadily toward the vistas you choose. Perspective isn't just about time, it's about scale. Consider her distance in the context of the natural world. The sun rises and sets, regardless of any one moment's drama. Seasons shift unfailingly. Your emotional storms, too, have rhythms and cycles. When you feel adrift, remind yourself that just as winter yields to spring, this uneasy period will give way to warmth. You can even create a small ritual, mark her silence on a calendar, then watch as you fill subsequent days with positive actions, learning, creating, connecting. Over weeks, the pattern you draw will attest to your progress beyond the temporary ebb of her attention. This shift in scale, from the human drama to universal cycles, grounds you in something far larger than any text thread. Embrace the role of storyteller. You're authoring a saga that spans beyond today's anxieties. Write a brief outline of your personal epic, with chapters for challenges overcome, lessons learned, and triumphs ahead. Place this current chapter, her pulling away, in context. Is it the trial by fire that forges the hero, or the quiet interlude before a major breakthrough? By framing your experience as part of a coherent narrative, you transform confusion into clarity. Pull your pen or keyboard toward you and draft a paragraph imagining how you'll look back on this moment with gratitude for the strength it gave you. Even a few lines can cement your horizon perspective, reminding you that every plot twist enriches the story you're living. Finally, integrate horizon thinking into your conversations. When you next engage with her, whether through text or in person, carry that expansive view into your tone and topics. Rather than reacting to silence with fretful questioning, speak of shared dreams, future plans, mutual goals, adventures you hope to embark on together. This isn't manipulation, it's an authentic expression of your long-term vision. It signals confidence in the journey beyond fleeting pauses. By planting seeds of tomorrow in today's dialogue, you reinforce your commitment to the big picture for both of you. This fusion of present connection and future promise embodies the true power of horizon perspective. Beyond temporal and scale shifts, broaden perspective by embracing cultural context. Reflect on how different traditions view relationships and resilience. Perhaps the Japanese concept of wabi-sabi's beauty in imperfection, or the African Ubuntu's emphasis on communal support. Choose one lens each week and apply its wisdom to your situation, seeing imperfection as natural or leaning on your wider community when she pulls away. This cultural horizon expands your toolkit, showing you that your experience fits into a tapestry of human stories. As you explore these diverse perspectives, your own worries shrink in comparison to the global mosaic of resilience practices. Lastly, cultivate future self-dialogue. Write a brief letter from the person you'll be in 5 years, describing how you navigated today's uncertainty with grace and strength. Read it whenever her messages falter. This future self becomes your guiding star, a living testament that present storms transform into tomorrow's wisdom. By internalizing that long-term identity, you anchor today's actions in an ever-widening horizon, ensuring that no temporary drift can derail the trajectory you've set for your life. Path of integrity. Integrity means aligning your actions with your values, even when no one's watching, including when she's distant. Consider what you stand for: honesty, respect, kindness, growth. Now imagine her silence as a test of that alignment. Will you lash out with frustration, or will you uphold your commitment to compassion? When the urge to send a frantic text rises, pause and recall your core values. Ask yourself, does this message reflect who I aspire to be? If not, let it go. Instead, choose a response that honors both your dignity and hers, perhaps a calm check-in or a thoughtful note that acknowledges her space. Each time you act from integrity rather than impulse, you reinforce your self-respect and model the respect you hope to receive. Consistency is the cornerstone of integrity. As she drifts in and out of contact, commit to steady routines that mirror your values. If personal growth matters to you, dedicate an hour each day to learning, whether reading, practicing a skill, or journaling insights. If kindness defines you, reach out to someone else in need, even if it's a stranger online. These actions aren't about distraction, they're about fidelity to your principles. By living your values consistently, you create a life that feels cohesive and true, regardless of external fluctuations. In that coherence, her distance loses its leverage. You remain anchored in the integrity of your own design. Transparency nourishes trust, starting with yourself. When she pulls away, resist the temptation to mask your emotions behind sarcasm or silence. Instead, practice honest self-expression. You might say, "I've noticed we haven't talked much lately, and I value our connection. Whenever you're ready, I'd love to hear from you." This kind of candid communication doesn't coerce. It illuminates your values, vulnerability, respect, and clarity. Even if she needs space, your honesty plants seeds of trust for the future. By speaking your truth with compassion, you honor your path of integrity and invite authenticity into the relationship. Reflection keeps integrity alive. At week's end, carve out 5 minutes to review your choices, where you upheld your values and where you let fear or impulse sway you. Celebrate moments of alignment. Perhaps you waited patiently, reached out kindly, or focused on growth. Also, note any lapses: harsh self-criticism, impatient texts, or avoidance. Without judgment, ask, "What can I learn?" Then set a small intention for the coming days to close that gap. This honest audit ensures your path of integrity remains active, not aspirational. As you refine your actions in light of your values, you strengthen the bridge between who you are and who you want to be, come silence or connection. You've traveled through 30 chapters, from mapping your circle of influence to walking the path of integrity. Now, as her messages continue on their own rhythm, you stand anchored, steady in purpose, clear in values, and open in heart. This isn't the end of your journey. It's the beginning of a life lived with resilience and authenticity. Whether she returns with warmth or remains distant, you will meet each moment in alignment with your deepest truths. Carry these 6 mindsets forward: realm of influence, embrace the tide, echo of mortality, vision of shadows, horizon perspective, and path of integrity as lifelong companions. Your inner fortress stands tall, illuminated by the wisdom you've built. Now go forth, digital warrior, and live each day with unwavering integrity and unshakable calm, ready to transform your next interaction into a testament of your strength. Hit that like button if these principles resonated with you, subscribe for more deep dive strategies, and drop a comment below sharing which mindset you're putting into practice first. Share this with a friend who's navigating their own digital storms, and remember, your inner fortress is always within reach. Stay unshakable, digital warrior.